everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. I'll be your host for tonight, Bunny Sugars. And so I hope you guys are excited for the show we have planned for you tonight. So go ahead, get yourselves comfortable. And while we're sitting here getting comfortable, hit those like and share and subscribe buttons, especially if you're watching us online, because when you share, you care. And you want more people to share the party with us. So come have a good time and share. And so we can get all of our friends here together and we can have a good time on the show today. And go ahead and start throwing those emojis in the chat because we are having our emoji contest tonight. And so with an emoji contest at the end or toward the end of the show, you can get a free reading from me. So get ready for that and make sure you go ahead and throw those emojis in the chat. I want to see them. So if you're new here, listen up real close because I'm going to throw you guys some house rules, and house rules go as such. You are more than welcome to type your burning questions in the chat, especially if you're watching through Facebook and YouTube. Now, here's the thing. We cannot answer legal, we cannot answer pregnancy, and we cannot answer medical questions. Those are no-nos, and those are illegal in different parts of the world. We don't want to do that. So go ahead and feel free to answer or ask your questions in the chat. Now, if you want some cheat codes, you can go ahead down in the links below. You'll find the links in the chat, or you can go to journeyryanlive.com because you there can leave a donation, which allows you to skip the line and go to the very, 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 very front above everybody else. So when you go ahead and do that, you can pick from a quick read, a mini, medium, and mega reading. Now, all the mini, medium, and megas, those M's are going to get me up a little bit. Mini, medium, and megas are all untimed. Those are untimed. However, if you're looking for a mediumship, you can choose a mega reading. However, I have to be honest with you, I am not the best medium. I'm still a baby in that regard. So I'm going to leave that to my other beautiful psychic friends here on the network. However, you are more than free to go leave and ask for a mini, medium, and a mega. And remember, when you are asking those questions in the chat, make sure that you guys are as detailed as possible. The more details you give, the better an answer I could give you. So that's always good for everybody. Now, if you would like to leave a review, go ahead and go to journeyryanlive.com/review and you can leave us a review, especially if you like the show. If you're just having a good time here, we love feedback. So go ahead and get those emojis in the chat. And with that said, we went through the house rules. So now it's time for us to have a little fun and start answering some questions. I cannot wait to answer you guys' questions. It's been like a little bit since you guys last saw me, so I'm so excited. Now let's go ahead and jump into those first questions. Cannot wait. So hi Emma, she says, hi, what do you see happening with myself and Joe, please? All right, Emma, so let me look between you and Joe for you real quick. I do see a kind of positive forward movement here between you and Joe. I will say that. However, let's see. You're starting off with an Ace of Pentacles card. This Ace of Pentacles is talking about that very direct forward action, that forward motion into the relationship or a new relationship. So this is probably more than likely the opening to a new relationship or a new sector of the relationship. So say, if you two are already dating, you two are going to a different level. You are getting closer in regards to that relationship. So this is a further continuation. And with this Fool card, it kind of feels like starting anew. You can look at a Fool card like that, but in this regard, this is just a kind of almost like a leap of faith sort of situation between the two of you. Now, I do see that there is a little bit of, I want to call it a discrepancy between the amount of action he's taking to move this forward. It may not be the amount of action you want to see from him. It's like your expectations may be a little bit higher than what exactly he's able to output right now. And it's not because he's not trying to give you what you're looking for. It's more so a situation of wanting to be grounded and secured before moving forward. So he's not taking action, not because he wants to slight you or just doesn't care about you. This is more so a situation of, I want to make sure I have everything prepared and in line to make sure it is tangible enough for you. So I think there is a little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of a rough issue where you two may not see eye to eye on the speed of which you two are moving, but I see things moving in this more positive direction. He is going to take that action you're looking for. It's just not an action that you deem he should take or an action you wish he would just kind of speed up with. So it's a little bit expectation versus the reality of the situation. You are unfortunately at his mercy in this regard. But with this King of Wands here, he is going to be taking that action. Emma says, yes, I agree. Yes, I do think. All right, Emma, thank you so much for your beautiful question. You are awesome, and I wish you the best of luck. So, you guys were doing phenomenal today, and I'm so happy to know that we're all just throwing these emojis in the chat, because remember, there is an emoji contest at the end of the show. So, or the emoji contest ends at the end of the show, but then you get a reading from me if you win that contest. So, I want to see you guys push, do the push, because free readings are fun, and readings from me are just fun in general, because I like to tell you guys everything you need to know. So let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Hey. Love, hi, love. Love says, hi, Bunny. I recently tried something different in a session. Was the things I was seeing accurate? Now, love, I have to ask you a very specific clarifying question. May I ask, and if you don't want to answer, I totally understand. Not everything is my business, but what kind of session was this? And what kind of things were you seeing? Because, I mean, I can pull kind of yeah, you were accurate in what you were seeing, but I'm not exactly sure. I want to break that down a little bit more. However, until we get that answer, I do think you were accurate in what was being shown to you. I feel like there was some accuracy there. It doesn't read as dishonest, or you weren't thinking correctly or properly. It reads like, yeah, you were kind of spot on potentially. However, I would love that clarification, just so we can make sure we're on the same page. It's good that I can get an answer, but I just want to be sure, because I mean, you keep pulling yes cards, so yes, it was accurate. I just am a little bit lost on what the accuracy was about, but that's okay. So I think your answer generally is a yes. I do, though, see a little bit of a rough patch coming up. So you might be uncovering certain aspects of yourself that's going to give you a little bit of pause and think, or make you think. So there's almost like a realigning of a balance that you were missing before. So I do see that being an outcome of what was happening, but not 100% super duper 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 sure. But I do hope that was able to help answer your question. And let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Love, thank you so much. And I hope I see you again with some more clarification, because then we'll really get into it. So let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Miss Gemma. Hi, Gemma. It's good to see you again. She wants to know, will I get a new bed next week? It just broke and haven't got much money unless my dad will help me. Thank you. I understand 100%. So the bed breaking is unfortunate, but you will be getting a new bed. I do see that happening. Will it happen next week? More than likely. Will you be getting assistance? Yes. I think your dad is going to be helping you with that. So I do see that you're going to get this new bed. You are going to get some assistance in the acquiring. I was about to say the requiring. The acquiring of this bed. There's a Chariot card coming in, so I think this is going to be a really good situation for you. Now, let me see. Let me just make sure. Yep. Five of Swords. Gemma, you're golden. You got this. You're good. So you'll definitely be getting that bed, and you will definitely be getting some help, but I think it's going to be good for you. And ultimately, I think you're going to like it a lot. So I hope that was able to help you, Gemma. You are lovely, and thank you so much for your beautiful question. So you guys, I do want to keep seeing those emojis. You guys, you get some cards at the end of the contest. Wink, wink, hint, hint. But if you want to get that free reading, you got to throw those emojis. You got to throw it. You got to throw it like you're throwing a softball. You got to just fly for it. Go for it. So I cannot wait to see who the winner is. I'm excited, because I might have a message here for somebody, but y'all got to work to know who that somebody is, right? So you guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. And let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Yay. Let's see. JMC says, "Hi there. Will my husband and I reconcile, please? Thank you so much." You are so very welcome, my friend. And let's kind of go ahead and get a look into this reconciliation. So, I mean, off the bat, intuitively, I do feel there will be a reconciliation, but it won't be the most successful of reconciliations. It almost feels like while there's that love there that exists from the past, and I'm getting some cards out when I'm flipping this to collaborate all this. While we're getting there's feelings of the past, I feel like you're not willing to take that action because there's not enough balance and fairness. So you're starting off with this Nine of Cups. This Nine of Cups is talking about the yes in this question that you two will eventually have this reconciliation. I feel like probably closing in on the springtime, there will be a deeper conversation about this. However, the reconciliation with this Ace of Pentacles reverse is not going to be how you expect it to be. I feel like there's thoughts, opinions, and feelings that are not meshing together well or not mixing properly. So that gives me the idea that you two have two different ideas of what should happen from here. Now, there's this past energy with the Six of Cups. This is talking about what once was, that feeling, that nostalgia that you two have for each other. The problem is you're not going to feel particularly confident in relying on that nostalgia to lead you through a reconciliation together. That is going to be, it's not going to be that driving force that you would hope it is or he would hope it is. And so then there's going to be this thought in your head about checks and balances with the Six of Pentacles. Checks and balances on what comes next. How are we going to make this work? What is supposed to happen? Like, how is this really supposed to happen? This is going to be a getting real moment for the two of you. So I feel like the reconciliation is not going to be as successful as you would like it to be. While there's good conversation, I think the choice here is probably going to be for the two of you to move on to different sectors of your life. And it's just because the things between you both are changing. Ideas, how you two work together as a team, how you two function as a unit, those ideals are changing. And JMC, thank you so much for your question. I hope I was able to give you some clarity, and good luck though in the future, because anything can happen. So good luck, my friend, and thank you so much for your beautiful question. You guys, let's switch gears a little bit because we're going to go into a carrot for your thoughts. I have some carrots today, and I have some thoughts today. So I like to do a little talk segment here, and usually the things I've observed, things I've thought about, things I spend way too much time thinking about in my free time. However, I always like to give a little bit of food for thought because it does help everyone when we can just sit and gnaw on some thoughts together. So my thought today especially was, we have an expectation when we enter relationships with love languages, right? We want our partner to reciprocate the way we need to reciprocate. But I've noticed also throughout my time, just people watching. Like, I haven't been in many relationships, but I people watch a lot. But in my time people watching, I realize we tend to get an idea about how we are supposed to be treated as people. It's kind of like, oh, I'm a king, oh, I'm a queen mentality. And while we are of our own right, we also forget that the other person is also a king or a queen or a royalty in their own right. And what happens sometimes is we tend to make our love language the only way that we're allowed to reciprocate feelings. And love language cannot be 100% the only way you are allowed to have feelings reciprocated to you. A gift cannot be the only way that your person can express the love to you. A hug cannot be the only way, because they have a love language as well. And they have to express a language or that language in their own way to you, because that's what gives them joy. But I've just always kind of heard people talk about this. Well, I want to be treated the way I deserve to be treated. And so if you're not doing that, you're not good enough. But Adrian says, love the carrot. Thank you for this goodie. Oh, Adrian, you're so very welcome. I'm so glad you guys love my carrots. Just going to start throwing carrots into the audience for you guys. James C says, thank you so much. You are so very welcome, my friend. So, like I was saying, there is this need that we have to be treated the way we deserve. But then when we do that, sometimes we overexert what that means, because you do certainly deserve to be treated with love and care and respect. But when we're talking about something like a love language, your partner not giving you a hug when you need it, or specifically when you want it, or not giving you that Louis Vuitton bag that you like were craving forever, that doesn't mean they don't love you, because there are outside circumstances. But when we make these love languages the only way that our partner can express love to us, what we end up doing is railroading our own relationship, because then we've made that relationship 100% about me, my needs, what I want, and how I want it. You can have a love language successfully. You can have this connection, this loving communication respectfully between the two of you. You both can share in each other's languages, but it does not have to be an all or nothing. And that's a little bit of what I like to call all or nothing thinking. If my partner does not get me this Louis Vuitton bag, then they're not proving that they love me. And that's kind of unfair, because did you go buy them some Polo cologne? Sonia says, hi, baby girl. Hi, mom. It's good to see you. I'll call you later because I'm late. But I miss you. Love you. So we have to kind of think of how we interpret our love language, and this idea of we need to be treated and deserve this type of, or demand this type of love and respect. Because sometimes what we do is kind of conflate two issues that don't make sense. So a gift giving or a certain type of love language not being received does not equate to love. However, not having your boundaries reciprocated, not being treated kindly, not being treated with warmth, that tells you more about the person than not reciprocating a love language. So it's just a little bit of a carrot for a thought. It's almost like, don't confuse the two lanes. You can be loved and treated with respect, but also your love language is not the ultimate box of respect. That's not the ultimate love. That is a little bit that goes into a much bigger picture. It's a much bigger fruit basket. That's just the pear in the fruit basket. There's so much more to that. So it's a little bit of a breakdown, but we're going to get more into that later. Thank you. That was a carrot for your thoughts. And so with that carrot out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into another question, because we're having a good time today. And I love seeing these emojis in the chat because I can see y'all. I know y'all there. So my friend here with this beautiful name, and I believe this is written in Arabic, and I'm so sorry, I don't read Arabic. However, you are gorgeous in your profile picture. Oh my God. I don't know if you model, but you are beautiful. Anyways, she says, hello, love. Angeli here. See, I just need to read a little bit. Angeli, your name is gorgeous as well. She asks, any guidance message, please, in my relationship to Yanar. I think it's with the Y, Yanar. Thank you and blessed be. You are so very welcome. Oh my goodness, Angeli. I love that name. That's so cute. Anyways, let's kind of look into your relationship here. So I feel like things are moving also in a positive path for you. I feel like a little bit, there might be some hesitation though from his end. And I think that hesitation just has more to do with a little bit of an unbalance. So you're coming in with the Judgment card upright, and this Five of Swords, which is, that sword is following all of you today. All of you have drawn this at least once. However, you are coming in with these two cards. That tells me things are aligning properly and in the right path. Ooh. But with that Temperance reverse, what I'm also picking up here is that there is something that is off between the two of you. I feel like, again, this is a situation of more so emotional wants and needs and desires versus what's being reciprocated. Because if I'm imagining this in my head or in my mind's eye, the way I see it, it's like a give, and then a little bit of a take, but then a give, and a little bit of take. But then when the other person gives, it's not as much as the other. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy in how the emotional connection is being reciprocated is what that feels like. So I'm going to try and draw a couple more cards. This is a leap of faith. So it feels almost like because he's not jumping the way you need him to jump, or more so, he's not taking that leap into a deeper section of the relationship. It's almost becoming very off-putting to you because it's just not there. It's like everything is great, especially with the Judgment and the Five of Swords, but this other part of the relationship isn't great. So where do I see this relationship? My friend Angeli, I am out of time. Me and the bell are going to start fighting now. However, thank you so much for your beautiful question. And I do hope for the best for the both of you. So that was awesome. And thank you guys so much for coming in here and throwing these questions in. We love questions over here. And remember, there's an emoji contest at the end of the show. So go ahead, and my voice is fading and that's lovely. So just deal with me for a second. We are doing awesome. So we're still doing awesome. My voice just decided to go whoop, and now she's back. So remember, keep those emojis rolling in the chat. Keep those questions coming. So since we're here, let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Then maybe we'll get some more carrots. I don't know. This brain is constantly at work. She constantly has things going on. So we're going to do questions and carrots. I love that. That's a cute little name, questions and carrots. I have a name. I have a thought. There's a thought and a feeling in this brain of mine, and I'm gonna have to figure out where it is. However, in regards to carrots, in the conversation of love languages, I also feel like there should be a little bit more understanding for your partner. And I say that because sometimes we the people, we all y'all, all us, we tend to get a little jumpy and angsty with our partners, especially when they don't move at the speed we want them to. So it's like if we're ready for a marriage to come, we sometimes as people will be like, well, if you're not trying to marry me in about 2.2 seconds, I don't know what we're doing here. We have to be really careful with how we push that onto our partners, honestly, because we're ready, but they may not be ready. There's probably some deep-seated reason why they're not ready. Now, there's some people who just ain't going to commit to you. And sometimes we just got to be okay with that. Sometimes they just don't want that for their lives. And in that case, you can say, well, then what are we doing here? However, there's another flip side of it where sometimes we're so ready to think the worst about our partner, we forget to allow them to feel their human emotions. Maybe someone isn't ready for something because it's not their time yet. And you can compromise on that time. But this requires communication and conversation with one another. Sometimes we jump the shark and think they hate us or they don't really want to be with us or they're two-timing us. And sometimes it's not that. Sometimes a lot, especially with our male counterparts, when they're ready to settle down, they want to be financially stable before making that leap with you because they don't want to give you literal dust. They don't want to make you feel like you have to, be the mom, the cook, the clean, the everything. And then at the same time, they're not doing enough. And so you have to work extra on top of that. Our partners want to, especially our more masculine partners, want to take care of us. And sometimes we have to remember they're not always trying to negate the idea of marriage because we're ready and they're not, or because they're two-timing us or something. Sometimes it's as simple as, I want to be financially stable and be ready for what it means to take care of you as my partner. We have to learn to give our partners grace once in a blue moon. Now, some people just suck, and sometimes you got to let them go. But sometimes we also have to use some discernment and remember that, hey, they're people too with their own feelings, and we can compromise. We just have to talk. Communication is key. So is communication over milkshakes. So I don't know where that came from. Someone needs to go on a milkshake social. Maybe someone's craving a milkshake in this chat. It might be me. It might be you. It's someone in here and we're thirsty. So while we're thirsty and waiting for milkshakes, I hope you appreciate that carrot as a chaser. So let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Chasing down milkshakes with carrots. Adrian asks, Hello, love the pink. Thank you so much, Adrian. It will be all pink all day, and you will put me in my casket in it. She asks, will my car situation get better in December? Should we consider buying a car of our own? Financially, it would be a leap, so it makes me nervous. Thank you. You are so very welcome. So let's see if the car situation A is going to get better. So the car situation, it's going to get better, but I do feel like it is going to be a jump. I think no matter which way you look at it, it's going to be a little bit of a leap. Ooh, words. It's not going to be financially great on the end of you. You and your partner as a unit are going to have to budget. And I mean budget. I mean, put the books on top of the books in the books and just reread the books. That's the kind of budgeting I'm kind of getting from this. This is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze. I think you should go ahead and go for the car. I think you should, because there's something here past this financial situation that you might not be fully seeing. There's something outside of the scope that you cannot see. So it may be a situation of where you may be overthinking the car situation. So should you buy a car? I think honestly you should. However, just be aware you're gonna have to put them books to work, like quick books for real. Get it right. Communicate through this, because it is going to be a little bit of a challenging jump. It is going to be a little bit of a leap. It's not going to be a perfect transition, and it might cause a little bit of friction. So it's good to talk about this now. It can be done. You just have to plan it out really, really well. But I think no matter which way you go, the financial aspect of it is really going to be like kind of like a kick in the shins, and that kind of blows, unfortunately. I do think eventually it will get better, but just remember it's a jump, it's a leap, and it's going to take a lot of energy to kind of fix regardless of how you do it. Oh, Adrian, I hope the car situation gets better. I hope that gets sorted out soon. It is too late in the season for all of that, but I hope I was able to give you some clarity, and thank you so very much. You guys are awesome, and thank you for your beautiful question, Adrian. So you guys, I want to keep seeing those emojis in the chat, because emoji contest at the end, someone's getting some readings. You're getting a card. You're getting a card about something. It's something. I don't know what yet, because the message is for somebody, but I don't know for who. So I feel like someone needs something a little bit more positive. Wow. Ooh, my voice is doing like I got auto tune today. You getting the Beyonce bunny. You getting auto tune bunny today. So you guys go ahead and keep throwing those emojis in the chat. Me and my auto tune are going to keep playing you a song, and we're going to keep giving you some readings. We're calling my throat hiccups auto tune now. Oh my gosh, you guys. So let's go ahead and just jump into some things. All right, everybody, you hear the thunder, you hear the crackle. It is time for the lightning round. So go ahead and start throwing your yes, no questions in the chat. Go, 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 because this is where I'm answering yes, no questions. So whatever your burning question is, now it is the time. It is the time to throw them in the chat. So go, 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 go. Go, go, go. I'm so excited to see what you guys have to ask me in this very swift yes, no round. So let's see, because I have questions, or I have answers for your questions. You just got to ask me the questions. Go ahead and throw them in. I love yes, no questions. They're so very, very direct. They're so direct. They're very 1, 2, 3. And so I love that. We love quick answers. We love quick guidance here. So I can't wait to see. And I see those questions coming in. Go, go, go. Because we only got a little bit of time. And Diana asks, will Jay and I be in a relationship? I hear no. Let's see. Patricia, will Tony and I get back together soon? Yes. Cindy, will my friend Jay and Kay's relationship last? Undetermined. Taylor, should I tell A I only want to be friends? Yes. Kathleen, am I in the right relationship? Please, we are happy. Yes. Emma, will I see Joe over the weekend? No. Taylor, can I trust the contractor to work while I visit my brother? No. Emma, will Joe want to meet me again? Undetermined. Emma asks, will I get a new car soon? Yes. Shauna, ooh, gorgeous. I had an interview at the hospital today. Will they be moving me forward in this process? Yes. Mila, will I get a job soon? Yes. Emma, will my nan's house sell soon? No. Angel, will my relationship with Bob be healed? No. Oh my goodness. Are we out of questions? Are we out of questions? Do we have more? Because it looks like we're out of questions, you guys. Oh, should I be worried about my 21-year-old? Undetermined. There's some thoughts on that one. Yeah, that was an interesting one. You guys, we have a little bit more time, and there's a little bit more time for questions. Will Mark be okay with me and Tony? Yes. Shauna, will I meet new love in 2024? Yes. Taylor, is Casey seeing someone else? No. Liz, do you see us in our own home soon? Undetermined. Keisha, should I sell my house? Yes. Emma, oh, sorry. Mila, will I be traveling? Undetermined. Ronnie, will Dave be my boyfriend? No. Patricia, is Janae being honest with us? No. We're getting to the meat and the potatoes of some of these questions. It's very interesting. You guys have piqued some of my interest with your questions. So go ahead and ask some questions in the chat because you might get me to answer them tonight. Look. You guys, and that ends. I'm using the words today. That ends our lightning round for the time being. But if you have more questions for me, go ahead and throw them right in that chat because maybe you'll get me to answer them, or you can leave a donation and force me to answer them. You can just jump to the front of the line and go boom, 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 Bunny, I have a question, and I'll be like, hey, I got an answer. So go ahead and leave your burning hot questions for me. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and jump into some more questions that we have ready for us. Kathleen, am I in the right relationship? Should I stay, please? We are happy. Kathleen, thank you for your question. So let's kind of look at the dynamic of this relationship. I feel like there's a little bit of drama. Now, you two are happy, but the drama has to be in terms of the kind of I almost want to say it's like you two have two very different expectations of what the end point or the end goal or the relationship in general is. So there's, again, this kind of, I feel like this is a theme today, this communication lapse here. The Seven of Roses is talking about drama. This is drama between the good and the bad, what you want and what you don't want. And if you take these masks on this card, literally, these drama masks, literally, it's the good in the relationship, and on the flip side, the reverse side, it's the other aspects that are just not great. You two are happy, but there's little itty bitty hiccups that you two need to solve here. And so it's kind of like this isn't a bad relationship for you. It's a decent relationship. The problem is there's a lapse in communication, especially about the expectations with this fantasy card here. There's expectations. And those expectations have to be met in order for the fantasy to stay alive, the fantasy, quote unquote, or the relationship to keep going. So it's almost like because that fantasy, that desire, the end goal between the two of you isn't fully being met, what's happening is there is an unbalance or imbalance between the two of you. So while this relationship isn't necessarily a bad one, this is a relationship that is deemed for more communication. Is this person the right one for you? Yes, but there's a different way of communicating that you two need to do. Because while it is good, anything can happen. If communication or expectations continue to be a little bit unresolved, then things may not go so well in a couple months. But as I'm seeing it right now, yes. So there's it's almost like there's red flags here that are being avoided. And you have to be very, very careful because you have to iron those out before getting deeper and more involved in the relationship. So that's super duper duper important. All right, my friend Kathleen, I hope I was able to give you some clarity, and thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much, Kathleen, for your beautiful question. You guys keep those emojis going because when the timer is done for the emoji contest, you get cards from me for free. It's fun, but you got to throw those emojis in the chat. You gotta push them forward. You got to keep going. So with that saying, I'm going to keep going too, and I'm going to give or answer another wonderful question. I'm about to give another question. Mila asks, will my finances improve? Lost my job last month. Mila, I'm so sorry. That is the worst, and it's the worst time of year for that. However, I see it being a little bit of a rough go for your finances to improve. That card flew. Anyways, that card was a Queen of Swords. And with this Two of Cups here, there's something really that you need to cut away from, especially with this Queen of Swords. So it's almost like a siphon, is a funnel. Like you're pouring motor oil, you're making a funnel cake. So you're pouring it down the funnel and it's funneling. That's what I kind of see. You're pouring a lot of energy into something or somebody, and that needs to be reduced because the first part of this financial situation improving, yes, you're going to get another job. Here December, you're going to have another job, but there's also something that you're giving too much energy to that is kind of smacking your finances a little bit, and that's no good. So with this Three of Swords reverse, I do feel like it's going to get better. This is not like the nail in the coffin. This is not it for you. This is not a wrap for you. This is a temporary hiccup. This is a road bump. This is a speed bump, honestly. Like if I had to personify it in a number, it's 4, like a 4. Because a 4, when you look at it, when you draw it, it's very complicated. It's multiple lines going in a different direction. You have multiple situations going in multiple different directions. The end is still the same. The number 4, the end result of all the directions is still the same, whether you curve it or you have stick lines. But you're just kind of slowly moving into that singular direction. You just have a lot taking your focus away right now. So there's a balance that needs to be adjusted. That means there's something that you need to cut out. What that something is, you're going to have to kind of sit with yourself and really give a thought to what that might be. However, the judgment here is in your favor. Literally, I love saying that in regards to this card. So it's going to get better. You just have to make some very fine-tuned adjustments into how and what you want to happen next and who you're giving all that energy to. So be careful. All right, Mila, my friend, I wish you the best of luck. It will get better. Thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful question. And you guys keep going with those questions because I'm going to keep answering more questions. So while we're sitting here, Mila Seth, it makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much. You are so welcome, Mila. I love your name. It's so cute, Mila. But you guys, thank you so much for being awesome tonight. We are really rocking and rolling tonight. So let's go ahead and get into another question. And then look, maybe I'll have some thoughts for y'all. We got carrots in the building tonight. Patricia asks, my ex and my new ex, is having a sit down. Will this go in favor of me? And will my new ex be getting back? Will me and my new ex be getting back together? Weird question, I know. Well, Patricia, it's not like it's a weird question. It's just like, who gave the exes permission to have a sit down about some situation? I feel wrong. So will it go in your favor? Yes, I do think it's going to go in your favor. What this conversation could be about is absolutely beyond me. That threw me for a loop, my friend. Woo, you got me thrown for a loop. However, will you and your Patricia said, I'm messed up too. I'm like, well, excuse y'all. Like, who did that? However, will you and your new ex be getting back together? I do think that it's very positive. So this looks like it's going to be a positive outcome situation. You got two really good cards in that regard. You have a Six of Wands and you also have a Sun card. So this is a yes on both regards to your questions. I just think that got me confused. Patricia, we're going to have a chit chat later because that one got me lost. It wasn't your question. It was who told them to have a powwow like that? What? That got me messed up. But I do think it's going to go in your favor. I think it's going to go well. You have the Lover's card here as well. It looks like it's going to be fine. I wouldn't fret too much. I wouldn't worry. Patricia said, I know, right? Yeah, I have questions for the congregation. I just want to know. But Patricia, girl, it's going to go fine. I'm still going to say good luck anyway. That one got me messed up, but it's going to go in your favor. And thank you so much for your beautiful question. You're awesome. I wish you the best of luck. And so let's go ahead and jump into another. Let's see what else we have to answer for y'all today. Angel says, I am asking about healing in a friendship with my friend named Bob/Robert. I see. So I'm going to, if you would love to clarify for me, that would be awesome. But I'm going to assume you two had a falling out of some sort, and it just hasn't been the same since, I'm guessing. So let me see. What will the situation for you and Bob hold? I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like the nostalgia is going to be enough to fully solidify this friendship again. I'm going to tell you why. You have a Six of Cups here. Six of Cups talking about the past connections and things like that, like in a more general sense. However, if you look at the edge of this card, there's a cat in the grass here. So there might have been, there's some influence. Whoever Robert is talking to, just more so for getting some ideas or just getting like some consoling advice on this. There's someone here who has also kind of inserted themselves a little bit in the middle, but then also not feeling very confident here in the outcome or just in you coming with this resolution. I feel like honestly, this is going to be a situation where you both choose to move on. And it's not because the relationship was bad. There's obviously some nostalgia here. And obviously these conversations are really going to be coming from the heart. There's going to be this attempt to mend the fences. It's just going to be super weird. And it's literally because there's this other person who's an influence. And it's like someone trying to advise Bob on what to do. But the problem is that advice may not be the best advice for the situation. And so you end up with things just a little bit worse off. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit more fracturing of the friendship. Things could resolve. And I hear like within 2025, that was so specific, but like maybe within 2025, there might be a little bit of a shift. But right my friend, I wish you the best of luck. Situations like that are super duper hard, but thank you so much for your beautiful question, you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm like, I love the vibes. I love the chaos we are creating tonight. So while we're sitting here, let's switch a gear. Let's throw some carrots into the audience. So today's talks were a lot about love languages and how we express those love languages, but we also have to apply some of these things to friendship. Now, roll with me a little bit. We have to apply this to friendship. So within friendships, we also have love languages. They're all very similar to each other. Just romantic has a bit more of a different notion than your friendship love languages. How you display your love language with your friends, it's like being there for them, giving them advice. It's like if your friend needs anything, you are 10 toes down, you are ready to go. When you fight, I fight, we fight. That type of love. However, we also have to do another thing about giving that same type of patience to our friends. That same type of understanding of their love language is different than ours. We have to give that to our friends too, because sometimes what we end up doing, again, putting in over expectations on what you expect your treatment to be is. And sometimes them not reciprocating that love language isn't because they don't love you and don't care, but what is it? It is literally about their love language is just different than yours. The way they express their needs, wants, and desires is different from yours. And your friends can be a little bit selfish with that, and so can we as the people, weeple. So as the weeple here, sometimes we have to just be very mindful. And so this conversation is a lot about being mindful about how we blend and express our feelings to others, and while remembering at the same time they are human and so are we. The same feelings we have, they have similar, they're just a little bit different than ours, and that's okay. You just have to be able to rock with it. And congratulations, Taylor A. You are tonight's emoji contest winner. Woo! Yay! Thank you, everybody, so much for participating. Thank you, Taylor. You are our winner for today. And I feel like you need something a little bit lighter because the whole energy, whatever it is I was picking up in this life today, we're going to go in with some hummingbirds because I feel like you need a little bit of a pick-me-up. I feel like a shot of espresso is needed. Unfortunately, I can't make you an espresso. However, I can draw you this card. So, your card coming out, Taylor, is a smooth flight. No need to struggle against the wind when you can catch the current sail easy upon the breeze. This is a call for you, Taylor, to really be mindful of the fact that, yes, things are a little bit difficult for you right now. There are certain aspects, especially of this month, that are a little bit rocky for whatever reason. Scorpio season's like beating us down. However, whatever's happening in your life, you kind of have to remember that if you struggle against it more, you're going to end up, let's keep the bird references going. The more you struggle against something, the more you're going to like kind of catch the back wind and kind of end up like hitting the floor, basically. When you struggle against what's happening to you, sometimes what you end up doing is railroading yourself or just blocking yourself. A lot of the times what you may need to do in order to push through really difficult situations, as hard as this is, because I'm the same. However, it's kind of like no matter how hard this is, you have to remember that there is an option, there is a way. You just have to sometimes go with the flow. This is a very big go with the flow card for you, Taylor. And also, just to kind of wrap it up, flying solo, your wings are strong. You can rely on and trust resources to carry you toward successfully. These two cards literally go hand in hand with each other, my friend. You're struggling because you're afraid of what you may not have or what might be, but don't be afraid. Just go with the flow, because if you go with the flow, you will find the success you're looking for. The more you fight it, the more you will struggle. And the more you just let it go, like you don't fight a riptide, you just got to fly with it. You just got to float with it. This is the same thing. Life is a riptide. It's rude. It comes out of nowhere. And you feel trapped, you feel a little lost, but as long as you just go with the flow, it gets better. And Taylor, thank you so much for participating in the emoji contest and being our winner for tonight. Everyone, you guys were awesome. Thank you all so much for throwing out your emojis as well. I saw y'all. I was watching. I was there. I mean, I wasn't there, but I was there. I was watching you guys. So thank you all so much for participating. And until the next one. So while we make our lovely transition, let's go ahead and jump into some more questions for the evening. Ronnie asks, will I get a boyfriend soon? Ronnie, I really think generally the answer is yes. I like to tell people, you will never be without love. If you look for it, it will find you. Sometimes we just feel a little love lost and hopeless sometimes, but if you look, it will come. However, I do think you're going to find someone soon. I feel like this is going to be June 2024. That was such a specific, I'm getting real specific with numbers lately. But I feel like June 2024 is going to be around the time you meet somebody. This is going to be a good thing. And while that's soon in terms of the relativity of like time and space, this is not soon for most humans. I totally understand that this feels like far away, but it's not far away considering like we just started November and Thanksgiving's next week. It's crazy. So you do have a judgment card up, right? So that is giving clarity into, yes, you have this love coming in soon. This is going to be a good thing because with the judgment card especially, financially. I feel like this is going to be a relationship or a person who's going to be able to balance you out. And this is going to be in terms of certain aspects of yourself that you're not comfortable with. They will be comfortable and they will encourage you to bring that side of yourself out. So this is going to be a really good situation romantically for you. This is going to be someone to basically bring you out of your shell. And that's going to be something that's definitely needed. It's almost like this relationship will become like a learning process for you. But also, this is a relationship in which you'll both be able to give to each other. So there's a giving of something. There's a learning process in this relationship, which is awesome. You always want to have a yin yang learning relationship with your partner. So I see this being a rather successful relationship. And will it be a more long-term one? I do think so. So my friend, thank you so much for your question for tonight. And I am so thankful to have you here. Thank you so much and good luck. I can't wait. Keep me updated. So let's go ahead. And jump into another question. Keisha, should I change my son's school or not? Oh, Keisha, that's a really good question. And that's going to be an interesting one. I do think the answer here is no. I think something needs to be bounced out and sorted out, though. Here's the thing. Because I see things getting better. The end of your card spread here is literally talking about the best possible scenario outcome. So I think it's a little too soon to consider moving out of schools or shifting schools. I do think, though, that there's a balance that needs to be met. Once this balance is met, there will be no longer this kind of heartbreak around the situation, which means that there's going to be a more better or significant resolution that's going to lead to the best possible outcome. I really just think that whoever all is involved in this situation, because I feel like it's more than one, there needs to be a lot of communication, planning, guidance. I hear guidance in this situation. And it's not necessarily that, I just feel like people are just blatantly unaware, if that makes sense to you. Blatantly unaware. And that's not great in this situation. But once that clarity is given, once that begins to make sense for them, things are going to get significantly better. I don't think, though, your son is really going to like the school generally. I think he personally is ready to go. So you're going to have to use discernment on this. While the situation at hand that I'm seeing here is going to sort itself out at some point, I'm also seeing where he just isn't happy at the school. So it may be beneficial. No, you don't have to move him, but it may be beneficial for his overall happiness to just go ahead and look into a different school. This is a situation that's going to require you to use some discernment. However, it's totally up to you here. So I do hope that was able to help you. And I do wish you both the best of luck, because school stuff is very complicated. I've learned that from having nieces and nephews. It's a lot. So thank you so much for your beautiful question, Keisha. And thank you so much, everybody, for leaving your questions. You guys are awesome. And you guys have been great today. So let's go ahead and jump into another question. Woo! We're just having a good old time. Let's see. Shawana. Oh my God, your picture is beautiful too. All the pretty people out tonight. Look, we outside and I like it. All y'all are gorgeous. Oh my God. Anyways, Shawana asks, would my person, Libra, get himself together? You know, you hit me in my soft spot, Shawana. I like being nosy. Is he gonna get it together? Let's see. Hit me in my soft spot. I think the answer is yes. I think what this feels like is first of all, this is the Ace of Swords. This is talking about a very direct yes, but this is also action with very direct intention. So there is a part of him that does notice. This literal Five of Cups can, if you see it on screen, it's almost like literally like begging for the forgiveness, like begging, please, baby, please. Shawana says, thank you. You are so very welcome, Miss Gorgeous. But it's like a begging. It's a baby, please. It feels like a begging. It's like, but then also there's this focus on what was lost or what could be lost instead of what you have behind you. So in a situation like that, he just kind of has to, and I think he is figuring out that he is the problem. It's him. or at least a big part of the problem. However, this Emperor reverse is talking about him like literally cooling his jets and being like, all right, maybe I'm doing too much here. Maybe I'm doing too much here. You have a 7 of Wands reverse. This is the dropping of the guard. So this is all really, really, really good in terms of a question like that. So yeah, he's going to get it together. It's going to take him a minute. Let him go through his motions, but he's going to get it right because he's starting to realize where he's the problem. It's him. I'm stealing Kay's thing. I'm sorry, Kay. That song gets stuck in my head now like 600 minutes a day. It's horrible. But thank you so much, Shawana, for your beautiful question. You guys are awesome. And let's go into another question. Woo, we are getting it done today. It's been a really, really smooth day today. I hope everyone's oh my goodness. Thank you so much, my friend, for your beautiful donation. And thank you so much for supporting us here on My Psychic Connection. You guys are so awesome today. So let's go ahead and jump into, hello. It is our voice from above, Mr. Journey.
Give her just a second. She's posting her question right now. Sorry, everything got a little scrambled here for just a minute. So give us just 1 second.
No problem. We just chilling here. There she is. Casey, thank you so much for your beautiful donation. Casey says, I initiated a project at work. Everything was approved and all approvals were completed. I made one miscommunication and missed someone. And now I need to follow up with them tomorrow. Will it be okay? Oh, Casey, I understand where you are stressed because I can feel it. It's like holding your breath. You are very much in this 5 of Cups energy. These cards really follow you guys. Like this is this 5 of Cups energy here. This is talking about a please don't let this mess up. This is you. This is where you're at. You're very, very, very anxious right now. And I totally understand. I quite frankly think everything though is going to be okay. I think there just needs to be a little bit communication about what exactly happened. So you have a Page of Cups. This is coming in. Cups, water. I feel like water has a lot to do with vibrations in a way. Like, go with me, roll with me here. It's like vibrational energy. So I almost feel like wires got a little bit crossed. Someone got a little bit confused. And now once you come in bringing in this cup of vibrational energy, like let me attempt to make this not feel horrible. I do think what's going to happen is that things are going to be corrected. I feel like we're going to learn from the mistake. They're going to learn from the mistake. Everything's going to get sorted. I don't see anything going bad. I just think, though, that it has you a little bit anxious. You feel like things are going to go a little bit off because I'm seeing the 6 of Swords and this 10 of Cups reverse. This is talking about more of your internal feelings. The reality of the situation is you didn't want this to happen this way. You're very highly stressed. Casey said, yeah, it was me. I dropped the ball. I just need to be honest. Yes. That honesty is going to take you much farther than trying to clean up the mess. So honestly, when you come in just saying, I messed up, I did an that is my fault, I apologize, I think everyone will understand and have a much, much, much better understanding. And I don't think anyone's going to hold you out of fault because, again, you are human. And you will make mistakes. And I think the people around you do understand that they're all human and they've probably made a mistake like this too. So I don't think this is going to be a big This is going to be something that's going to require a little bit of teamwork to fix. Don't deny the teamwork. It's going to be okay. You have a 9 of Cups reverse. Emotionally, things are going to get better. And then also with the 10 of Pentacles, it's going to come out roses for you, basically. It's going to come out roses. So my friend, do not fret. And honestly, just be able to, it's like just breathe in, breathe out. Don't let your anxiety lead you, and go ahead and just say what exactly happened. Like what exactly happened, and that is exactly how it's gonna just get better. Just gotta woo-saw through it. Casey. I'm getting names mixed up and I apologize. Casey, thank you so much for your beautiful donation. And thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for your beautiful question. I hope I was able to give you the clarity that you needed. And everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I've had a beautiful time here. We had a good time. And I can't wait to see you guys again. So you can catch me on I Am Human Mondays at 6 p.m. And you can catch me here on Down the Rabbit Hole on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. If you really want to talk to me some more, you can find me on mypsychicconnection.com. Casey says, thank you so much. Should I send an email tonight or verbal tomorrow? I feel like either would be the best for you. Use your own discernment for that one. But you got this, Casey. Don't overthink. But thank you all so much for your time today. And Casey says, thank you so much, Bunny Sugars and Journey. You guys, thank you guys so much. So remember, you can catch me, and if you want to talk to me a little bit more, you can find me on mypsychicconnection.com. You can catch me on the hotlines. I'm there periodically from time to time. And if you want to keep the party rolling tonight, because the party don't stop just because I'm gone, you can catch Whispers from the Forest with Psychic Squirrel at 10 p.m. And you can catch Squirrel and Journey doing astrology breakdown tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Mwah. Take care.